All right, guys. Welcome to a bonus edition of the MMAOB Daily Podcast. This is the Saturday, November 23rd, 2024 MMAOB Daily Podcast. Rare Saturday podcast. So weird saying.
You said bonus edition. I thought you said boner edition. I was like, okay.
Well, that's new, depending on the fights we're going to talk about. But yeah, I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin. I'm joined by my co-host here, Mr. Big Marcel. We're going to go over the latest UFC news and fight announcements. We'll take some questions if you guys have them as well. Marcel, a lot of fights that I think you've broken. Some other guys that we know have broken. UFC's a lot announcing a lot of fights, I guess, for the upcoming
Next year.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of cards. Obviously, they announced. I think it was last week or something. 309. So we'll go through all the fights. Some really good fights. They did announce a big one this morning at UFC 311, which we'll talk about. Just give me 1 second. I'm almost ready here, guys. Just getting the back end sorted out. All right, we're good to go. All right, cool. Let me get to the comments. Anakin's again here. Antoine's here. Absolutely. That's a great way to get the weekend started, Antoine, or weekend ended. Yeah, we're going to talk about that fight.
I haven't posted that yet.
Is that official, though? It's official?
Yeah, I mean, Terrence said yes, but I also talked to Damir sometimes, and I haven't been able to track down Damir. So
I think it's happening. But yeah,
for sure.
I thought Damir was cut. I was surprised he was on the roster. I'll be honest with you. I thought he was released.
He was supposed to fight Balaji Oki earlier this year, but he got ill or he got a visa issue, I think. That's probably why he's fighting in Saudi Arabia. Visa issue,
All right. Fair enough. All right, let's get going. Let's pull up Marcel's Instagram, guys. We're going to go over all the latest news and announcements. Make sure there's no dick pics here.
Come on, dude. I mean,
your mom watches the podcast. My bad. All right, let's go through. Oh, you just posted this one today.
Yeah.
I missed this one. Bogdan Grad against Lucas Alexander. UFC debut for Grad. Alexander, he was rumored to fight David Onama. That fight never happened. There was that Google rumor. It was fake news, right?
Yeah, that was fake. I actually asked him. Yeah.
Well, the UFC put it on their website. I don't know why. Someone, I think, because it was supposed to be Almeida, which he got a fight booked, but it's a different opponent. We'll talk about him. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton of thoughts on this fight at this moment. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a good fight. It's a fun fight. I don't really have a winner pick. I just saw this right now. So, any thoughts quickly?
Bro, I had this fight on the fucking shelf for 1.5 weeks, but I wasn't able to track down one of the two. But I finally was able today to track both down, so both sides, so I could post it. Yeah, it's a good fight. I think Bogdan Grad makes his debut. I think he got kind of lucky against Aswell in the Dana White Contender Series. I thought Aswell won the fight, but hey, he got the win. Good for him. And for Alexander, I think Alexander was a fun fighter. At the same time, man, he looked bad against Saragi, man. And I didn't expect that, So, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that was a big upset, right? So
yeah.
Here's the fight they announced this morning: Jiri Prochazka against Jamahal. So I actually fell asleep after the main event. Is that when they announced the fight?
They announced it on the post-fight show. Actually, Dan Halley said Jiri and Jamahal are going to fight in January.
Well, we kind of knew this one was happening.
There was
rumors for a while, obviously. It's a great fight. Is it 5 rounds or 3? Do you know?
I think it's 3.
I wish it was 5. Actually, probably doesn't need 5. Great fight. By the way, I want to give a shout out to our guy Mike on Apex. Obviously, another staff member at oddspicker.com. Mike does a great job. Follow him as well, guys. Yeah, I mean, this is again, I don't have a pick right now. I'm not going to give picks for the most part of these fights we'll talk about. There might be a few obvious ones. I don't know. I mean, I think Jiri is great, but his chin his striking defense is sketchy. So I don't know. Any thoughts?
Yeah, difficult. We'll see, man. Jamal looks at you as where are you looking at, dude? That's so funny. Yeah, I think it's a fun fight. It's a fight that's been in the making for a long time, I think. So, yeah, good one.
They've been training for this already. There's no doubt about that. They're not just getting 6 weeks of notice. They've had probably 6 already. All right, let's go to the next fight here. This one was broken by our boy, Zach. 4 ounces of freedom. 4 ounces to freedom, I should say. Jose Delgado against Connor the Controller Matthews. Yeah, again, this is a lower level fight, I would say. Apex fight, classic Apex fight. Matthews had that loss his debut. Delgado making his debut after that nice win against the Juarez guy, Ernie Juarez, right? That was the win on the Contender. I'd imagine he'd be favored here probably, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it kind of sucked that I only had like the left side pick for Delgado, because if not, I would do him on the right side and Conor on the left, so I could post on Twitter Conor Matthews against Jose Delgado, and people get a notification with Conor. It's just for fun.
No, I know. By the way, there's Zach in the chat. Zach Cofield here, guys. Give him a follow. 4 ounces to freedom on YouTube. He's asking about Jiri and Jamahal. Yeah, I think the winner's getting the title shot after Mago Goat, right?
Maybe before. You never know. The UFC.
Never know, eh?
Yeah.
All right, let's go through some other ones. This fight's official for UFC 310. Kennedy Cheku against Lucas Dreshki. I don't know if the odds are out yet, but I imagine Kennedy's a massive favorite here, like probably minus 500 something, right?
Last time I heard Kennedy pronounce his own name, I was shocked.
How does he say it?
My name is Kennedy Zachuku. So
okay.
Zachuku.
I think we might have looked up that one. It's a tough one. I've always had troubles with his. I
always say Zachuku. So yeah.
He'll be a massive favorite. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Yeah, Lucas is getting cut if he loses. It's a must-win fight. Oh, the odds are out. I did say minus 500. I was bang on. Thank you, man. Bang on. Let's go. That could be the odds maker, Marcel.
Let's go.
No title fight for 312. We don't know yet. I mean, The rumor was obviously Drakus and Strickland, and then they're saying Strickland's not going to fight in Australia. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Maybe on Lucas. I don't know, man. I mean, he's big though, so we'll see. I think Kennedy probably walks through him, but again, it's like. He has the win over Albert, which is nice. But the Barnett win. Barnett is just so small for that division. Yeah, this is a fun fight, too. Lucas Almeida against Danny Silva. I'm just kind of surprised they didn't rebook the fight with Onama, Marcel. I guess they have a bigger fight for Onama coming up or something.
Maybe.
Fun fight, though. Fun fight. I think Lucas Almeida will be favored.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas Almeida looked really good in his last fight, actually, against Timmy Kwamba, So
looked great in that fight. Yeah. You're right. It was a great performance. Yeah.
And Danny Silva had a very competitive fight with Josh Kulibau, who got the win. I think
close decision. He missed weight too, right? I think, didn't he?
I don't know exactly anymore. I'm not sure. It's possible.
I think he missed weight. I want to double check.
Yeah, go check, because I don't know for sure.
Yeah, he missed weight.
Okay.
There you go. All right, next
I think he's training at the gym of Cap Swanson, right? And Dan Argueta.
Yeah, that's a good camp for him. All right, Gabriel Bonfim against Rinat Fakretdinov. I mean, to me, this is a fight that shows the UFC is not sold in Rinat, because like with an undefeated record in the UFC, he's not getting a top 15 opponent. He's getting a guy that's probably not even top 25. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure. This is weird. Bonfim is pretty good. I actually think Bonfim could win this fight. I don't know what happened to Rinat. I'm just not. The last couple of fights, Marcel, I'm not impressed at all with this guy. What happened? I was so high on him. What happened?
Yeah. By the way, true. I think Strickland doesn't want to go to Sydney or whatever. But yeah, I mean, Rinat is just like, how do you say that? He gasses, and I think that's a problem, It's grappling is pretty good as long as he doesn't gas, and he gas a lot of fights. And to be really honest, man, the Leal fight was shocking, He did
not look in that fight. Now, Leal is a better fighter than people think, right?
Yeah.
But I think Bonfim is a dangerous matchup for him. He's a good submission guy, and his stand-up looked good against what was the last fight he had? Losa. Yeah, he lost to Dalby, right? That was the loss.
Yeah, but he also went into deep waters with Dalby, and he drowned. He
did, but he did against Losa in Denver at high elevation and looked fine. So I think he has improved the cardio, but we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
I think Rinat will be favored, but it won't be by a lot. All right, next fight: Edgar Shire and CJ Vergara. Loser leaves town fight, I imagine, right? This is a Mexico City fight.
CJ is like, he gets like the toughest matchup from the underground guys all the time.
Why you think Edgar will be favored?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Maybe by a little bit. I think it's still a competitive fight.
Edgar looked really good against Josh Fan until he didn't look good anymore.
That fight was crazy. Yeah, this is a fun fight though, man.
Yeah.
This Mexico City card is going to be pretty sick. I think they'll book some really fun fights in this card.
Mm-hmm.
Ismail Bonfim, the brother, against Nazim Sadikov. Same card, right? Fighting on the same card, right?
Yeah.
I think Nazim should be favored, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fun fight. Grant Dawson and Carlos Diego Ferreira. Fun fight. Grant's going to be favored. He's the ranked guy.
Carlos, tricky motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, don't count him out, man. I mean, he beat Rombeski.
Yeah,
that was a big upset.
I'm not going to lie. If Grant is a big favorite, am I picking Carlos, man? He can do it.
Main event for Mexico: Yair Could be. I don't know. I'm not sure. Has there been a rumor? I don't even know if there has been. Has there?
I think the rumor was Emmett Lopez, and then
that's right.
Mike Heck said it was bullshit. So
yeah. Pato, what's up, man? Glad to have your Sharpo MVP. Yeah, it's not official, but it's happening, right, Marcel?
Yeah, that's what we've heard.
Middleweight?
Yeah, I think MVP goes to middleweight. Yeah.
All right, let's go to some other fights here. Victoria Dudakova against Fatima Klein. And Victoria looked pretty bad in her last fight against Sam
Page. Yeah.
Klein didn't look great against Jasmine, but it was short notice.
Yeah, and she should fight at 115. So
yeah, and she's going back to the right weight class. I think Fatima is going. Is it Fatima or Fatima? I always get this wrong.
I think it's Fatima. Over here, we would say Fatima, but it's Fatima. I think because
she might be favored, honestly.
Yeah, I talked to Aaron Blanchfield before the hot set.
That's her girlfriend, right?
I don't know. They train together. If it's her girlfriend, I'm not sure. But she also says Fatima, so it's probably Fatima.
They're close training partners. We can say that. For sure. Someone asked that. Someone asked in the chat. Oh well, there you go. There's the answer, guys. Yeah, I think she probably wins. Jasmine was just a hard matchup. Jasmine at 125. Fatima. There you go, Marcel.
Fatima.
Do you guys agree with Dawson being 15? Yeah, I don't. I mean, Bobby Green knocked him out, but
I'm okay with it.
That fight, I honestly think if they run it back, Dawson wins that fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of one of those fluky wins.
Yeah, I'm not going to take that away from Green, but I mean, yeah.
I just think if they fought again, it's like that fight between your guy Alexander Hernandez and Beneil Dariush. That one that you always said was a big fluke.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that the debut from Alexander. Yeah.
Why didn't go with MVP? MVP, I think, wanted this fight. I'm pretty sure he called him out, didn't he? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Plus, he lost to Gary last time, so he doesn't gonna go anywhere at 170.
MVP can win this fight. I don't think it's a. I think this is like a difficult fight, to be honest with you.
But it's again a striker,
It's just two strikers. Yeah, I know. So he won't. There's no takedown threat for the most part. I mean, Page did take down Kevin Holland, right? A little bit, I think.
I'm going to say something crazy, right? They have Shara Magomedov now in the rankings. If you do Shara Magomedov against Jacob Malkoun, who do you pick? Yeah, it's difficult, right?
It's tough because so we'll talk about this. So Jacob's fighting Rodolfo Vieira, which is a fun fight. I like this fight. Jacob's a guy that obviously it's hard to pick him sometimes because his striking is not very good, his chin is not very good, but his wrestling is just dominant, right? And his record should be 5-2 as well. The Cody Brundage fight was kind of weird. And I also think he beat Brendan Allen, too, a few years ago.
I remember, yeah.
I think you said the same thing, right? You thought he won, too, right?
I even think Brendan Allen said that was a fucking close fight.
That was. To be honest, I kind of think Malkoun wins this fight, too. I don't know what
I'm thinking, who did he lose to Phil Haas, right?
Phil Haas and then Brundage.
Yeah, but only Phil Haas was the clear loss on his record in the UFC.
What was the other loss he had?
Yeah, Brundage, the DQ.
There's 3 losses. What's the other one?
Yeah, the Allen.
Oh, and Allen. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, of course. Because I thought he won that fight, right? So, yeah,
so
Haas knocked out like 18 seconds or something.
Only clear losses against Haas, actually.
Yeah, this should have been in Australia, actually, now that I think about it. That is a little odd. They fly
That's a week later, right? Yeah.
That's weird. That's really weird. Good to see Rodolfo back. I like his jiu-jitsu, obviously, the black belt hunter.
Mm-hmm.
His fight with Fluffy was fun. I know he lost, but it was a fun one. All right. OnlyFans girl, Juliana Miller, Marcel, taking on Carly Judice.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about this fight is a few years ago on Ultimate Fighter, man, I was pretty high on Juliana Miller.
I know.
She had that winner in her debut against, what's that girl's name? Who's that?
Brogan?
Brogan, the Bear Walker or something, right? That girl?
Yeah, Brogan, yeah.
Yeah, the Bear, I think, right? That's her nickname?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and she looked amazing. She had that crazy knockout. Man, the last couple of fights, bad. Really bad. Really, really bad. And Judice had dude, her stock goes up now too, right? Doesn't it? After Fernandez knocks out.
Yeah, I don't think that was a great fight, but yeah, we talked about it in the last.
Yeah, but I just think her stock because it was close. That's what I'm saying.
I'm picking her probably.
Yeah, she probably will win this fight. It'll probably be a stand-up fight. Miller's stand-up is really bad. Her ground game's good though, so if she gets it down, maybe. But yeah, I love that Miller is back. I bet she trained her ass off. I hope so. The OnlyFans Championship. I don't think Carly has one, but could be wrong. Malkoun could have had wins over Brundage and Allen right now. Yeah, absolutely. They rebooked this fight. I did call this, Marcel. As soon as it got canceled, I'm like, maybe they can rebook it as a catchweight. I did say this, so that was just a guess, by the way. I didn't have any inside information. I mean, we both broke this fight down. We both picked Andrews, right?
Yeah.
Does your pick change after you get the food poisoning thing or no?
I'm not sure because it's not 195. So
I know it's weird, right? Probably helps him though. He cuts so much weight, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Shamil against Thomas Pearson. Shamil tweeted to John Jones and said, "John, like, what do you say? You're running from me or something?" Is that what he said? Something like that.
Yeah.
Do you think Shamil will be favored here or what?
I think Shamil will be favored. Yeah. Although
I don't think it's an easy matchup though. Really.
No, it's not. It's not.
Thomas has good wrestling and his striking looked better against. Was it Jamal Pokes? No, he lost to Pokes.
He lost that fight.
And
he won against Usman.
Usman, that's who it was. Yeah. He looked good, but Usman's not good, so it's just
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. Oh, is Kuniev getting a replacement?
I don't think so, man. I think I'm not sure, but the UFC didn't have me even.
Yeah, I don't think it is because that would be 15 fights, right? So it's probably worked out that they're like, nah, fuck it. All right. I mean, this Alex Bahunin broke this fight, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
5 rounds or 3? 3.
It's 3. It's not the main event.
Damn, this should be 5 rounds though.
Yeah, it's in Seattle. It's probably in Seattle.
Fluffy should be favored for sure. He's already beaten him, and he's gotten better.
I think he is favored, yeah, but I mean, I think still competitive fight, you know.
I think Fluffy should be like minus 300 here. I honestly do. I think he just covers Allen everywhere, guys. So that I don't like giving pre picks, but I'm taking Fluffy all day. I think Fluffy's a beast.
Adam doesn't do pre picks, but he does pre come. But okay.
Your mom's watching the podcast. Do you remember that?
No, not so deep in. So
okay.
Only the first 5 minutes.
Mick's like one of the only prospects they have left. UFC should have matched Kuniev and Lucas. Maybe, yeah, they could have. Actually, they could have did that. I think Fluffy could finish them. But if it was 5 rounds, I would pick Fluffy to finish. But 3, I don't know. Ricky Turcios, Bernardo Supply. They're putting this on pay-per-view. I guess they just want Bernardo to win, right? I would guess.
Yeah, I think so. I would pick Bernardo again. I did last time.
Julia V against Jacqueline Cavalcante. I gotta be honest. I know you follow her, Cavalcante. She's pretty cute too, Marcel. I think she's a good fighter. I think she's very underrated, dude. And I told you she should be ranked. I think she wins this all day. Again, I don't like giving these picks out like months in advance, but I think she wins this all day.
She's not really my type, but she's definitely a good fighter. I think she looks improved every time she fights. You know, I think her debut against Sarah Fern wasn't great, you know, but she won that fight. Then she beat was it again? Did she beat? It was Nunes, right? Josie Nunes.
Yeah. Cornell, I think was the other one.
And Cornell last time. I think the Cornell was really good. You know, I think
there's no way I would pick what's her name, Julia either. Julia's like, she's 36. She just had a kid, I think, recently, right? Like maybe last year or something. She barely fights.
Yeah.
I think. True says she's not 55, dude, or whatever you are. She's 36. I think Cavalcante should be like minus 300 or 2. I know it's women's MMA, but I think she wins pretty easily. Let's go to the next fight here. Jasmine against Myra Bueno Silva. I don't know. This is a weird fucking fight at flyweight. It's weird, right?
Myra goes back to flyweight, yeah. So
I'm surprised by that because she looked very good at bantamweight. I know she lost obviously to Raquel.
She lost 2 in a row, so I mean
she lost to Macy, but that fight was competitive, but she got cut, right?
I know, but she probably knows that she's not going to get another title shot anytime soon. So she goes to flyweight. She has better, yeah.
She has OnlyFans too, right? With Gloria DePaula, they have OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think Gloria has. She as well. Okay.
I don't know if it's maybe it's just Gloria, but man, Gloria. I know you like Gloria more, so you were upset that you found out that they were.
I wasn't upset, but I mean, let's be really honest. She's really good looking lesbian.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, good for Myra. Yeah. I want to say Jasmine, but like it's tough. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, man. I love Jasmine, but
Jasmine is funny, man. When this fight came out, I think I don't know who was I think AG fight, right?
Oh, so,
I went to check with the sites, and Jasmine didn't say anything, and then she collabed with Sportsnet. You know, and then and then she replied to me like, "Yeah, this fight is happening." So I see you collab with Sportsnet, so I know now.
Yeah. With Aaron. I saw that. I don't know. It's a tough one because, like, you know, if she gets her wrestling going, she wins. But if it stays standing, she'll be in trouble. I think. Feel free to share in the Discord. I don't know if Marcel has the pictures. Maybe you can find some. I mean, if Jasmine wins this fight, she's probably like really close to the top, I would think, of the division.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this fight's just, okay. So this is just weird. It's actually not a bad fight. Obviously, two grapplers, but like, why is this on the main card of 310?
This was so funny. So I heard about this fight. I asked Adam, like, I know who Bryce Mitchell is fighting. This was like I think a week before it's got announced. Yeah. So Adam is like, can I guess? I was like, yeah, but you won't guess it at 100 guesses. But go ahead.
I took like 5 and I stopped, and he just told me, and I'm like, what? Why is, by the way, Kron Gracie's on every main card every time he's fought? He's been like main card, pay-per-view opener. Why?
I don't know.
Do they pay him a lot of money or something? They must, right? That must be
maybe
it, right?
It's like his name is Gracie, so he should be on the main card.
I know.
I'm not sure.
You know what? It's a fun fight, but Bryce should win this fight, right? Bryce should be a big favorite, right?
I mean, you should hope your daughter goes into MMA and makes the UFC. She will always be on the main card. So
I hope she becomes like I hope she becomes a doctor, but hopefully not like a Dr. Sleep like she Ming or then she or whatever. Yeah, let's go to the next fight here. This was Alex Bahunin. We'll talk about this fight in a couple weeks. Grimbo's the favorite here, by the way. He is favored.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Covington, Buckley again. The fight we'll talk about in a few weeks. Buckley's favored. 5-round main event. Shavkat Rakhmonov and Ian Machado Gary. Rakhmonov is a pretty big favorite here. Again, we'll talk about this in 2 weeks, I think.
I think that fight's a lot closer than a lot of people think, I think. But.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this fight actually next week. My bad. It'll be next week we'll do the preview, Marcel. So we won't say anything about this. That fight's old.
I think that's a really good fight. I think it should have been fought.
That was a good fight. Pokes is back against Hamdi.
Pokes with his Don King haircut. Yeah.
That haircut's just ridiculous. I don't know about this one because like Hamdi off the juice, I don't know if he's going to be any good. I'm not sure. I think Pokes is decent. Like I think he's a little underrated, to be honest with you. Like, so we'll see. Who did he lose to again? Pokes, Mick Parkin.
Yeah.
Parkin's good though. You know, Pokes is decent. He's not as bad as like you would think. Bashy's getting a hard fight for his debut against Christian Rodriguez, but again, Christian, he's one of those guys that's like can't find a weight class.
But I'm surprised they gave Bashy like
a featherweight,
C-Rod, you know.
Oh, and C-Rod, yeah,
like such.
C-Rod's coming off that loss to Julian Rosa.
I know, but still, it's a difficult fight. You know,
they probably think that Bashy can win. They probably think he can win.
It's possible.
I think he'll be favored. He'll be favored.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dude, he's one of the best. You told me yourself, you're like he's the best prospect this season. You told me that.
I still stand with that.
Yeah. Oh, what a fight! Who broke this? Oh, Dave Martin. Yeah, my cousin, right, Marcel?
Yeah.
Hell of a fight. This is on. What card is this?
Probably in Seattle, but it's not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great fight. Yeah. I mean, Barboza's a bit chinny. Garcia's a knockout artist. He could catch him. I still think Barboza's probably the better overall fighter, though. It's a great fight. It's deserved. He deserves this fight. I think he really deserves it.
I agree.
It's either he gets knocked. By the way, this is funny. He just started watching and Jamal Pogues was the first image. Imagine tuning this on his podcast and it's like a picture of Jamal Pogues on the screen. Killing Salka against Anshul Jubilee. Yeah, Jubilee's going to lose again, right?
Let's hope Killen doesn't bark, you know.
Yeah. Race. How do you say his name again? Do it.
That voice bit. Ray Tsuruya. Ray Tsuruya. You should.
Why are they giving Stuart Nickel another brutal opponent like this? He's going to lose.
Yeah. Let me explain myself. There's like sound bits from the fighters how they say their name on the UFC. I think media page. Yeah, and he's like saying like Ray Tsuruya. You guys should. Check
it's kind of funny actually. Yeah. You're in Ontario too. What city are you in? I'm tired too. I mean, you know what? I'm going to sleep well tonight though. I'm going to sleep like a fucking baby tonight. I got bowling tomorrow more, so I got football. Got to watch football tomorrow after. I sleep like a baby. Blake, your guy Nickel's not good, bro. He's gonna lose again. They want Edson killed. I mean, I think Edson can win the fight. Edson lost to Leon Murphy, don't got beat up pretty good, so we'll see. Let's go to the next fight here. Crude and Prochazka. Man, they've lost a lot of fights. Yeah. Ugh, boy. I don't have a pick for this one right now at all. It's just hard to trust either guy, right?
I think if you asked me two years ago, I would pick Crude, but Crude has been inactive, and Prochazka has been like inconsistent. So
he's so inconsistent. When he shows up, he looks good, but it's just like so inconsistent. Oh, you're near London, nice man. That's not far from me, obviously. Does Ray have championship potential? I don't think so. I don't think he's well rounded enough. Like he's not as good as
Tyra
or Tyra. Yeah. And you're gonna have to compare them because it's a natural comparison to make. I think he's good. His grappling is good, but again, against Carlos Hernandez, he got put in some bad spots. And Carlos is decent, but this is another good fight. Nurul Aliyev and Yenal Ashbuz. I think Aliyev will be a big favorite, though.
I think so too. Yeah.
Ponzinibbio and Carlston Harris. Ooh, the tough one. I don't know. This is a coin flip for me. Coin flip. Get some more fights. Miles Johnson, Felipe Lima. I don't know if we talked about this one. We might have already.
Yeah, in private.
Oh yeah, we tried to talk about this. You were supposed to break it, and then these guys at front kick broke it before you.
Yeah.
Maverick. I think the odds are out. Maverick's a huge favorite in this fight against Jamie Lynn Horth. Took this on short notice. I don't really think she deserves this opportunity to fight someone like Miranda, but Miranda has to, she needs a fight, so she took it. Montana against Luana. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Both underrated fighters, I would think. I know their record, like especially Montana, it's not a great record, but like she's pretty good, man. I think she's a pretty good fighter. She's pretty tough. Luana's tough as hell too, though, and hard to get down to the ground. So I don't know. We'll see. What are we gonna after 2 weeks? We'll still do are you talking about the podcast or in general? In general, spend time with your friends and family, man. Go tobogganing or something, my man. Shopping. We got you heard about the tax cuts in Ontario, which is good. As far as the podcast goes, we'll figure it out. We'll probably do like some recap stuff, Marcel, previews or something like that for next year, something like that. Remember, we always do like the championship thing at the end of the year. We usually do like who will be a champion. We'll do that again. That'll be fun.
Sure.
Chris's Louise gym, all this stuff, all makes sense. Or you can just sit around, smoke pot, and get drunk. You could do that too. That's another. And eat fried chicken like Marcel, right, Marcel? Or Thai food. That's your thing. Thai food.
Yeah,
right?
not even eating fried chicken a lot.
You guys, you have Popeyes there or no?
No, we have Kentucky.
You have KFC? Okay. I think Popeyes is better. I don't know what you guys, but I think it's better.
Never had it.
By the way, this guy was cut, right? Zach Scroggin. He was cut.
Yeah, he was cut. Yeah.
Do you know the whole? Is it just because he missed weight?
I think that's the main reason. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
So like when the UFC calls these guys, they ask them like, "You can make weight, right?" Like that's one of the questions I would imagine they ask. So it looks bad when you miss and then you get knocked out, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked about this fight. Fun fight. I think if Macy wins, she could be close to a title shot, right?
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah.
By the way, Blake, so Raising Cane's, when I was in Vegas last year, Alex Bahunin, he was like, yo, you got to go to Raising Cane's to get food because I was starving. So it's like chicken strips or so. It's really good. They don't have it in Canada yet, but there's been a rumor they might come to Canada. But I watched Shark Tank. It's one of my favorite shows. And the guy from Raising Cane's, like the CEO, he's on Shark Tank now. So like I see it all the time now, and I'm just getting hungry thinking about these chicken strips. Alex was like, dude, you got to go to Raising Cane's. Alex is the one who told me, screw you, Alex. You got me addicted to this stuff now. I've only had it once. I can't wait to eat it again. I wish they had it in Canada, man. It'll come here soon. Drew thinks he took a dive. I mean, he just quit, Drew. I don't know if he took a dive. Scroggin's Iridium. Yeah, he's Iridium, right, Marcel? Jason House?
Yeah, Scroggin is Iridium. Yeah.
Know about this fight already? I think we know about. I think most of these fights we've talked about already. Some of these are old. Yeah, we talked about these fights. That's going back. That's the last month. So we'll end that. Let's take a few questions, guys. Let me get this question. Adam, what's the best buffet you went to in Vegas? I love the seafood. I don't remember. Shit. I've only been to Vegas a couple times, so I'm not the expert at it. I think True's been there a lot more than me. Some of the other guys in the chat have probably been there more. James Lynch has been there way more than me. Those guys might be able to answer that question a little better, Antoine. Maybe ask James this week in his chat. He might be able to give you a better answer. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't have an answer for you. Sorry, man. Okay, there you go. Winner Bellagio. There you go. How can you judge MMA fights after seeing round 3 head kick like Leon? That can happen in any fight, though, right? Like Usman was a massive favorite at that point in that fight and got knocked out with the head kick. That can happen to anyone. Now, I will say this, Marcel. I think that's the kind of knockout that could end someone's career. I will say that. Like, I don't think that girl's ever going to be the same. Is that fair to say?
Difficult, but yeah, possible. You never know.
What pay-per-view will Merab defend the title on?
I'll say 313.
That's March or April?
March.
Can Umar fight then or no?
Who said it's Umar?
No one did.
Yeah, so
probably not Umar. Do you think he's avoiding him? It feels like it, but at the same time, like Umar doesn't get to call the shots. He's not the champ.
On one side, I can see how people say that. On the other side, I just think Merab is annoyed by how much they're pushing Umar. Although you cannot say really a lot because he beat Sandhagen.
He did, but it's like Umar had to win, or Merab won 10 fights, and really he should have won 12 straight fights because he got robbed in the Frankie Sainz fight. And the fight with Ricky Simon, I still don't understand how they called it a TKO when he got submitted, and it was after the bell. It still doesn't make sense to me. It's so weird. So yeah, I mean, he could easily be 12-0. Who's going to main event 312? We don't know. Like,
I still think DDP, but I don't know against who.
Same. Like, maybe Hamzat, maybe Strickland. You know, again, Strickland shouldn't call the shots either. He's not the champ anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Strickland should get the rematch though. I think he deserves it. Like, I really do. Because Marcel, I think he could win that fight. To be honest, I think Strickland's a very hard matchup for anyone. Mm-hmm. I was there in Toronto. It was close. It was close. Yeah. Shadiest MMA promotion. I don't know.
It's maybe smart to not say anything to that.
Variance MMA is why we love it. Fair enough. Islam breaks the lightweight title defense. His next fight doesn't make him the greatest lightweight of all time. Well, you know, it's tough because Khabib never lost, and Islam did lose to Adriano Martins. But it was 10 years ago, and
to Pantoja.
What?
To Pantoja.
What are you talking about, Pantoja?
No, Brandon Schaub always says Pantoja.
I don't watch Brandon Schaub's podcast.
Me neither, but still,
it's just tough because I think Khabib obviously is amazing, but I also feel like Islam's fought tougher guys. Honestly, I think Islam's. Am I wrong for saying that? I think Islam's path has been harder. You know, it's just one of these things where it's like at the time Khabib was fighting the best guys, but I just think that the guys Islam has fought are more well-rounded personally. So it's tough. It's tough to say. But like two of the defenses are against a featherweight, right? So tough one. Drew, I'm not going to read your comment because you spelled his name wrong. Drew spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be with a K. They announced the fight? No, it's not announced yet, right?
No.
It was revealed by David Aachen, right? From Fight Bananas.
I mean, many did already. You know,
Ring is saying like we have sources. It's like we've broken this fight already, guys. Like, wait for the UFC to confirm. We need to build Adriano Martins back for a rematch. He was a fun fighter. You know what? He actually lost in Canada to Cajun Johnson. Remember that one?
Yeah. Raging Cajun
suing the UFC right now. You guys think Sterling wins? I think Sterling's being overlooked right now. I will say that. I looked at the odds. He's plus 200.
You already got my pick. I'm picking Evloev.
I mean, yeah, I figured you would, but I just think Sterling's good. I think he's a solid fighter.
Oh, he definitely is.
Movsar is a hard fight for everyone. So I don't know. Take a few more questions, guys. You want to throw them in there. It's your time to get them in. It's your time to get them in. Antoine, you're always asking us questions.
That sounds really bad. It's your time to get them in. But okay.
Take a couple more questions. But yeah, I think for next week we'll do the preview and then we'll talk about some other stuff for those weeks off. Ray Longo says likes to fight for Sterling.
Yeah, he's his coach, so he's not gonna say like horrible fight.
Juicy saving to for Spain. I don't know now. I mean, there's some rumors that it might not be in Spain because they can't get a venue, Marcel. So
yeah, they definitely listen. Dana probably wants to do if they do it. They want that stadium. They're not going to get the stadium until June or July. You know, it's still there's still football games. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the season.
I don't know if they'll do it. Same with DDP in Africa. It's actually sad that they've had Francis and DDP and they might not be able to go to Africa because they don't have the infrastructure. I kind of understand what Dana's saying. Like, yeah, we've seen MMA outside. Even the UFC's did it before, but like it is risky because what happens if it rains? What happens if it rains, right? You know, it's just
force.
Yeah, what happens? Like,
remember the first Irish card in Senegal, they stopped with 3 fights to go because it was raining.
There's a bunch of fights I've seen. I've seen guys fight in the rain before. It's not great, honestly. It's not.
It's very slippery.
It's not like football where like those games are in the snow and it's like pretty awesome to watch. Or baseball, sometimes they play in the rain. It's different for MMA. It's not fun to watch, honestly. I don't think it's great. So I understand what Dana's saying. JDM on Sydney, I'd imagine, right? If he's healthy.
Yeah, I'd say.
Probably fights Usman. You think that's the fight?
Makes sense. Why not?
Well, O'Malley and Sandhagen for International Fight Week. I don't think they'll wait that long to get those guys fighting. Maybe, though. Maybe. Fight's a good fight, but I don't think it'll take that long. And to be honest with you, like that's another hard fight for O'Malley. So Marcel's saying they want to rebuild him. I still have a feeling they're going to do the rematch, Marcel. I know it's not popular, but I could see it. I could see them doing Merab and O'Malley. I could see it happening. Hughes and Usman. In PFL, great fight. Usman probably wins though, if I had to guess. All right, guys. I think we're good though, Marcel.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody has anything to ask.
Main event for January 11th. Is that announced?
Unknown at the moment. Yeah.
Any? Have you heard anything?
Not really, to be really honest.
I know,
too
same.
much.
Kind of crazy that it's like six weeks away. All right, guys, let's end the podcast. I think we're good. I'm tired now, and it's been a long day. So let's end the podcast. We appreciate you guys joining us. Once again, guys, go to bet105.eu for all of your sports betting needs. Blake, I got to go, man. I'm tired, dude. I'm tired. Wants us to stay. I'm tired, Blake. I got to sleep soon, man. Is Zeus going to go to the UFC by 2028? I think so, for sure. I think so. Dana kind of alluded to that, too. He said, like, yeah, we like him. So, hype, what's on, man? Thank you. Thanks, Antoine. All right, guys. Yeah, let's end this up. Okay, last question. Final last one.
I don't know. Crazy. I have no idea.
All right, guys. Back next week. Back next Sunday. We'll do the preview for UFC 310. Talk to you guys then. Have a great week. Peace.